Okay, question 10 reads, if the reservoir's capacity T years after 1928 was between 290,000 and 292,000 acre feet, which of the following must be true? Well, we had a linear equation from question 9, and I erased that, but it was something like 300,000 minus 1,700 T is equal to C. Well, I'm going to use this linear equation right here and convert it to an inequality in which it should be between 290,000 and 292,000. And so if I do that, well, if I rewrite that, it's going to be 300,000 minus 1,700 T less than 292,000 and more than 290,000, right? And so now we just have to solve for T, this guy right here. And the way I can do that is I subtract 300,000 from all sides, and so that's gonna be that's gonna give us negative 10,000 greater than less than negative 1,700 T, which is less than negative 8,000. Okay, and so the next step is to divide everything by negative 1,700, right? And if I do that, I'm gonna be left with this inequality right here, negative 10,000 over negative 1,700, which is actually gonna be greater than T. Okay, notice how I'm flipping the signs. And the reason why is that when you divide with a negative number in an inequality, the signs flip, okay? And so this is a rule that you need to know. And so the same applies here because I'm dividing 1,700 everywhere. And so it's going to be negative 8,000 over negative 1,700. Okay, and so if I put this into a calculator, it's going to be negative over negative. It's just going to cancel out. So these are really just irrelevant, okay? And so our upper bound is going to be, if I 10,000, right, divided by 1,700, that's going to be 5.88. Okay, so our upper bound is 5.88. And our lower bound is going to be 8,000 divided by 1,700, that's going to be 4.7. Okay, notice how none of the answer choices matches that. And this is what makes this question a little tricky, because essentially the answer that is correct is going to be C. And the reason why is that this inequality right here, okay, this right here can fit into this, okay? And so what makes this weird is that, for example, T, when you look at C alone, answer choices like if I just selected a random number for T in between this interval, it's going to be, let's say, 4.2 or 4.3 or 5.9, right? These do not fit in this inequality right here. 4.2, 4.3, 5.9 do not fit in this right here, okay? And therefore would not really be true for this. And so that's what makes this question a little tricky to understand. It's displayed in a weird manner. But what you need to understand is that this inequality right here can fit inside this one, right? And so T can be found inside this inequality, but not all values of T inside this inequality may be true, like the numbers right here. And so yeah,